We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. One of the best to ever do it. Carl the Cobra Froch, 6'1" tall with a 75.2-inch reach. And he'll be facing Daniel Jacobs, the Miracle Man, 6 foot tall, 160 pounds with a reach of 74 inches.
We'll be talking about this fight for years to come. This is one of those classic fights that everybody wants to see.
Carl the Cobra Froch, one of the greatest super middleweight champions of all time, fighting out of Nottingham, United Kingdom. Here comes the...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, introducing from Nottingham, England, a super middleweight champion of the world, Carl the Cobra Froch. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Brooklyn, New York, introducing an acclaimed 2-time middleweight champion of the world, known as the Miracle Man, Daniel Jacobs.
So much hype surrounding this fight, and now it is go time.
Todd, it's one of my favorite venues. You can't get a better place to fight.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. No rest for the weary. And he just got caught with a big right. You can really feel the buzz in the air tonight. So much hype here in this arena.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And look in that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
They walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. A very competitive round here so far.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
That hook was off target. This fighter told us yesterday, if he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. That's the mentality he has.
Speed generates power. Timing is everything. If you've got speed, you can knock anybody out. You've just got to hit them in the right spot.
Good. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Froch in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this.
Here we go. It's round 2. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Swing and a miss with the right hook. And he scores with the counter. Nice right hook. you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
The reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Good counter punch. Good looking hook, but it was blocked. That jab was blocked. Swing and a miss for that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Everything in the bag, and now you've let... Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Good, man. Come on. Let him get back into this. You're better than this, King. You're doing, the gaps will appear. Don't be looking there for one shot. Just get your rhythm back, and then we go again. I need you to go back out there. I need you to win.
And there's the bell for round 3. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Both trying for a knockout. That counter punch caught him clean. Straight right just misses. That hook just can't find the target. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
No rest for the weary. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Froch in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, you know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Happy, good man. Gathering your pace and win this round back. Take away that confidence. Stop him landing your power shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab and don't back together. Listen, be smart when you go out. Just take the round off, win the round on your jab, and breathe when you step in.
Back at it in round 4. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Double uppercut. Good counter punching. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And he just misses with that jab. Nice defense, avoiding the right uppercut. That uppercut doesn't land. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Needs a knockout without it.
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Nope, that hook won't score. He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Look at the hand speed and footwork between these two elite level middleweights. Jab slightly off target. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell. And there's the bell to start round 6. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Got out of the way of that right hook. Good job defending the jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. And a round that seemed like... And there's the bell for round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice exchange here from both men. And down goes the Miracle Man. I don't care how good your chin is, a punch like that, and you're going down.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Oh, he can.
As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be. We just saw.
You've been put down. You've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Good work. That's it. Now breathe. Breathe. Just get you and win the round.
And there's the bell for round 8. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
They miss with the jab. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice job by him to block that jab. And that jab just missed with the left hand. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
Unanimous? You know what? Smarts that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.
All right, I went over the rules. I want you to protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck. Box.
skates and you're switching off.
Let's do it.
John, you've been coasting this fight, now you've...
Box.
Now counter his mistakes. Make him miss. Make him pay.
Time out.
Okay, focus, focus. Big, deep breath. Big.
Let's do it. One, two, three. Can you continue?
Ignore it. Ignore it.
Next time.
Come on, do you want to win this fight? You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on. Let him get back into this. You're better than this, kid. Go back out there and win the round.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. Stay focused.
And then we go again. You got complacent? The fight's not over.
You were thinking you were smart. You weren't loading up, but you were still
In the bag.